Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to go into chapter 6 of Escape Room by Maren Stoffels. Like I said in the last video, these videos are kind of short and sweet, but let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 6. Alissa. You coming? I ask Mint as she gets on her bike. Where to? To get the piercing. Now, Mint smiles. She knows I have no patience. When I have an idea, it has to happen right away. Of course. What do you think? I ask yet again when we're both on our own bikes. Nice. Mint went so pale as a needle sank into my nose. It was like she was the one who was suffering. A few minutes later, we're riding our bikes into an upscale neighborhood where Mint lives. The first time I went to her house, I couldn't believe my eyes, but Mint's dad is a lawyer, so he obviously earns way more than my dad, who works for the fire department. At the door, Mint reaches for her keys, but the light in the hallway goes on and her mom opens up. Where were you? I know Mint's mom can get, totally panicky, but it still shocks me every time. She talks to Mint like she's a little kid. My younger sister's 9, and not even she gets treated that much like a baby. Mom, Mint blushes. Mint's mom gives me a quick nod, but then turns back to her daughter. A deal is a deal. My dad's already in his firefighter uniform when I come into the hallway. What's that in your nose? I turn my face from left to right. Do you like it? Dad tries to look stern, but then he bursts out laughing. I think it's cool. Hey, your mom will be home soon. Ruben and Kobe are upstairs. Will you give Fina a hand with her math homework? Sure. He kisses me on the forehead and closes the front door behind him. I watch through the glass as he rides his bike out of the front yard. When I was little, I used to spend hours awake in bed waiting for my dad finally to come back safe from work. I didn't dare close my eyes until he was home. Sometimes I didn't manage to stay awake, then I'd wake up with a start in the middle of the night and run barefoot to my mom and dad's room. When I saw the lump on his side of the bed, I'd sneak back to my room, feeling relieved. These days I do sleep, but never very deeply. Certainly not since last Christmas. One night when Dad was on duty, 4 people died in a fire, including one of his fellow firefighters. A beam burned through and collapsed on the guy's head. The people who lived in the house were in the bedrooms on the 2nd floor and no one could reach them. Dad tried to get through, but it was too dangerous. In the end, all he could do was stand and watch helplessly as the whole house burned down. Absolutely none of it was his fault, but the accident still changed him. Dad stayed home from work, wandering around the house like a ghost. Even the firefighters who'd been with him that night couldn't get through to him. Dad used to scream the whole house away, nightmares, Mom said, but that was an understatement. Fina would climb into my bed terrified whenever Dad started screaming. I'd hold her until she fell asleep. I hated that Fina had to go through that. I really wanted to do something to help, but I didn't know what. So when a documentary maker asked me if I'd do an interview about the effects of the fire on our family, I said yes immediately. The documentary was broadcast on a kids' channel, and I hoped that I'd be able to help someone, even if it was just one person. It got loads of positive reactions from all kinds of young people, which pulled me through that tough time. The situation with Dad seemed to be going on forever, but at a certain point, it gradually started to get better. They gave him medication to calm him down. He saw a psychologist, and with the help of the other firefighters, he was even able to go back to work for half days. After a few months, he went back full-time and seemed to have forgotten it all, but I haven't forgotten. Now and then I watch the documentary again. I see the dark circles under my eyes, which look anxiously into the camera. Even now, I still feel that scared sometimes. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!